Enough is enough. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Fast 9, the 9th installment in Fast and Furious series. Can I just say it was great to be back in the cinema. I didn't realize how much I missed that experience, but I loved it. Now I could get into the story of this particular film, but there's no point. The plot was thin and non-existent. I like all of the movies in the Fast and Furious franchise, with Fast 5 being my absolute favorite. Sidebar, is there any other car chase sequence in any film better than that one with the safe? Let me know in the comments below. But they have been getting more and more silly and unbelievable, pushing the boundaries of reality with each new installment, and I can deal with that. I've come to accept that it is what it is. You know what you're gonna get with this franchise, but this time they've gone too far. Some of the things have become so ridiculous to the point that it's comical. I was laughing at a lot of the action scenes. We've got to the point where falling at high speed from height onto a car is the equivalent of falling onto a mattress. It's hilarious, the bumps that people take, and then they just get up without a scratch like nothing's happened. It's ridiculous. It's getting to the point where it's like professional wrestling. And speaking of that, let's get straight into John Cena, who is somehow Dominic Toretto's brother. Okay, I've never been a big fan of Cena. I think his best role was in that comedy Blockers, where he was actually quite funny. They tried to replace a former wrestler with another former wrestler, but he is just not The Rock. He doesn't have the same charisma. He doesn't have the same presence. He doesn't have the same intensity. The fight between him and Dom was just weak, boring, and just flat out disappointing. You compare that to the fight that Dom had with The Rock, it's miles apart. And what's even more baffling is this is from the same director of Fast 5 and 5, 6. So I'm just confused as to what happened here. Ultimately, it was The Rock that rejuvenated the franchise in Fast 5, and he is sorely missing here. You've got Tyrese and Luda, they do their usual shtick. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it's just cringeworthy. And it's gotten to the point now where their characters are even making in-jokes about how silly, nonsensical, and how powerful they are. It's all good being self-aware, but it's gotten to the point where they're almost like superheroes. It's literally at that point now. I read somewhere that Michelle Rodriguez was unhappy with the amount of screen time the women got in some of the previous films. So I can see how they pandered to her here. But this is just ridiculous. There's fight scenes with her, Dominic's sister, where they're taking out trained assassins. And I'm like, where did you get this training from? You guys are just meant to be street racers. Michelle Rodriguez, you play this badass woman in the film, so that's fine. I can maybe accept it from you. But Dominic's sister, who's barely in the film, who's never been on the roads, is taking out guys, and I'm just like, come on, seriously. Then you've got scenes with the English girl from Game of Thrones, who literally says she doesn't know how to drive, but jumps into a manual car and is driving through the streets. I mean, come on. What's going on? I mean, you wanted to shine light on the girls, but at least make it somewhat realistic. There's literally nothing that this family can't do. They come back to life, they jump across mountains, they raise kids when they're halfway across the world. There are multiple cameos in the film. I'm not going to spoil them for you, but just like the monstrosity that was coming to America too, it left me asking the question, why the hell are they in this movie? Pointless, waste of time, laughable. And Charlize Theron, all I'll say about her is that haircut doesn't suit you. By putting the action to the side, the film just didn't flow well. There were far too many prolonged flashbacks and scenes of exposition. They obviously done this to try and make the convoluted film make sense, but it just messed up with the pacing of the film completely. So in the end, there's not much else to say. You know what you're going to get when you watch a Fast movie, but they've pushed the boundaries of believability so far that they've just become a parody of themselves. The plot is irrelevant. There are some decent action scenes, but it's gotten to the point now where this franchise is like a poor man's Mission Impossible, and they need to ask themselves, where is this going? When is enough gonna be enough? 2 stars. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and watch some other videos.